Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading Lyney Listener by me. So let's get into it. It took you a while to finally come to the decision that you have, and you knew it would be extremely difficult to stick to it. You had no other choice though. You were in love with Lyney. You wanted nothing more than to be by his side, and you knew it would be dangerous. It would be risky. But you knew that as much as he valued and loved his father, he would also understand your side of the story, and at least try to make amends with her. And if all just happens to be truly awful, you wouldn't mind that you would have at least tried your best, even though Lyney would have a totally different opinion, since he's not one to actually promote self-sacrifice. You went over to his place that day, a little bit anxious and unsure of yourself, but sure of one thing in particular, that you would tell him, and whatever happens after that doesn't really matter, so long as you make your love clear to him, and make it very clear that you're also going to stick with him, regardless of what happens in the future. Hey darling, is everything alright? Not really. I need to talk to you for a little bit. It's a bit dangerous. And also, I think that it may be a little bit unsafe right now. I'm sure you figured it out already, but your father talked to me, and it did not go very well. You said, fidgeting, and you frowned. So, father knew, and she must have known for a while now. He whispered. He was so anxious, and you could tell that he was pale as well. You tried to lighten the mood, shaking your head. It's fine. I'm sure it will go well if we talk to her again. I mean, okay. I'm not sure at all. In fact, she told me not to come here at all. To see you again, I mean. She told me to leave, and if she sees me with you, it will end badly. So I shouldn't be here. But you should leave, Voyan. It's too dangerous. You shouldn't be doing that to yourself. Please. It's fine. I promise you. I'm perfectly fine. Nothing bad's going to happen to me. I mean, worse than I imagine. I know that your father is... She's a bit unpredictable and difficult, and she does not have qualms about hurting people. And I do not agree with that, but I love you, Lyney, and I don't want to leave you. So no matter what she does or what she says, I won't ever leave your side, no matter how dangerous it may be. You said with conviction, and you could not even stop you. Or the tears running down his cheeks as he wrapped his arms around you tightly. Leon, I truly do not deserve you, he said in a hoarse voice, and you hugged him tightly, closing your eyes. You do. You deserve so much, Lyney. I love you, and I'm so glad that I have you as a partner, you said, wrapping your arms around him tightly and kissing his cheeks. And then you pulled away. I'll talk with her again. Maybe with you being around this time. But for now, I just want to be with you tonight. That's all. I can do that. I'll do my best to make sure this is worth it, Mayan. And I will not let father hurt you. I won't stand for it. He said firmly, and you could tell that he meant it. And when he went back to the house, everybody was asleep, and he felt a little bit unsure of himself, his heart heavy. He did not notice Arlecchino in the same room until she put a hand on his shoulder, stopping him in his tracks and making his blood run cold. Wait here, Lyney, I'm sure you know what I'm about to tell you. Father, and I'm also sure that he knew just how she disobeyed my words. I already warned her, sufficiently, I believe, and yet she did not heed my warning. So I am free to do whatever I desire, even if that means disposing of her entirely. Father, please, we could talk about this. I love her. I don't want to lose her. Then, I have something that you will also want to hear. This was but a mere test, and she has passed it successfully. I wanted to see just how much she loved you, and it is very apparent how important you are to her. So I suppose you could keep going with this relationship. You now have my blessing. Although I'm quite sure that you may have desired to continue even without it, which is not something I approve of. But you're lucky that I approve of this. She said, a soft smile on her face, so unnoticeable to anyone, except those who have seen her many times, enough to know every little detail of her expressions. Lyney's body untensed with relief, a smile blooming on his face. Thank you, Father. It really means the world to me. She was so worried how it would go, but she was willing to sacrifice her life if it meant being with me. She was willing to do a lot, and I didn't want it to go to waste. But I promise you that your blessing would have mattered to me, even if I may have just gone on and stayed with her regardless. I know that. I know that very well, Lyney. You can go and speak to her whenever you desire. For now, I will be in my office, attending to some matters that I have to. But do tell her that she's invited to the house. After all, our first meeting was not really the best, and not how I would want her to see me if she would be to stay with you. So do tell me when she's free so we can arrange for a meeting. And also so she'd be able to meet your siblings. He smiled widely, nodding. Yes, Father, I'll make sure of that. And he headed away, into his room, knowing that in the morning, when you're awake, you would go to your meeting spot, and he would tell you all the news. And finally, you'd get to be together without feeling fear or worry ever again.